Hi, I'm back. This was supposed to take a lot longer since I was saving up for a Nirvana, but someone was selling one for 28 LE, so I just had to buy it since it was so cheap. It's a really laughably bad Nirvana, but you know. Anyways, introducing Nirvana Acrobat. First up, we'll be using Anamnesis. I think that's how you say it. It gives insane water damage and really good mana regen at the cost of giving you negative 1600 HP. I think personally it's well worth the price, but it does in combination with the Nirvana take a toll on your HP. The only IDs that you really care about are the water damage percent and the mana regen. Got mine for about 28 emerald blocks or so, but try to find one with a better mana regen. I only have 17 here, and also a good Anamnesis. It ain't cheap. A good one's gonna cost you at least a couple of LE. Next, we'll be using Stratosphere. It gives water and spell damage percent, along with good mana regen and some jump height. That's pretty useful. It's not that cheap either. Not a lot of stuff in this build is gonna be cheap, but it's gonna be decently affordable. Adding more spell, thunder, and water damage is Chaos Woven Greaves from Kira Hive's Master Hive. Thunder damage is really nice because multi-hit also does do base thunder damage. The poison is not really needed, but it is nice to have. With all this does come with a really big downside. Negative 30 defense and negative 30 agility, making you classy as hell. Last of our armor pieces, we have a pair of mythic boots, Stardew. A decent Stardew actually isn't that expensive considering everything. The really big thing to watch for is a good ID on the negative mana regen. We do have Nirvana's Transcendence Major ID helping us out, but if you're flying around a lot without some mobs under you, for example, like if you're avoiding a boss's stage like Greg's Watch or Lightning from Orphions, you can run out of mana. Slowly, very slowly, but you'll still run out of mana. Now that we're done with armor, here are our accessories. First we have Moon Pool Circlet from the Water Hive at Kira. It's there for mana regen, and it also provides some intelligence skill points. You probably already know Drawery Fair from the Lord of the Cooks, and I've used it a lot because it's one of my favorite rings. It reduces our spin attack cost if you don't feel the need for it. You can swap it out for something like a Diamond Hydra ring or a Yang, and that's completely up to you. I just prefer to have it since it makes traveling a lot easier. Next, our bracelet. I'm currently running double vision, but it's only temporary until I beat Legendary Alan's diamond bracket. I usually use something like a diamond or gold Hydra bracelet, jump height, and major ID on double vision. And lightweight major ID and double vision are really useful though. I travel a lot, so Next, for our necklace, I'm currently running Master. It's also only temporary. It does give me my remaining skill points needed to use Nirvana. If you have skill point tomes, especially intelligence, swap this out for something like a Diamond Hydra bracelet from Legendary Island, Contrast from Cure Hive, or a Zebek from Corrupted Galleon's Graveyard. Last but not least, we have our Nirvana. I got a really bad one, but try to get one with a good spell damage and mana regen ID. Main attack and mana steal doesn't really matter, since you'll be using shurikens. Here, I've powdered mine with 2 water and 1 air powder. If you want to take advantage of Stardew and do a tiny bit more damage, you can go with a thunder powder instead. I just kind of felt like putting an air powder on it. I don't know why. Now, if you're using this build, you need to remember one thing. You are glass. A glass cannon, but you're still glass. Even with 8k HP, you still have 0 AGI or defense. So, yeah, get hit. You're probably gonna die. So watch your spacing with your loss rates, especially when you go in for multi-hits. For our skill tree, I've chosen to drop Dancing Blade and Pirate since I don't actually use them that much. Between Writing Reflex and those two, it's up to you. Writing Reflex does make going in for multi-hits a lot easier. Not to mention, it's also good for movement. So that's why I'm using it over Pirate. In our skill tree, we also take Sticky Bomb and Blazing Powder. Now, Sticky Bomb makes it easier to track an enemy and vanish, and also since it sticks to them, you don't have to keep smoke bombing every time an enemy moves. It also gives like a tiny bit more damage, but that's just really an added bonus. Since we're glassy, we're taking Blazing Powder. I personally think it's really overlooked. It increases loss rates damage, but we take it because it blinds enemies for 1 second with no cooldown. This makes it much safer to go in for multi-hits and helps make up for glassiness. 1 second might sound short, but in practice, since 1, doesn't have cooldown, and 2, since you're flying with loss rate enemies, it's a lot better than you'd think. Anyway, I feel like you're tired of me yapping, and this script is really dragging on, so here's some gameplay. Enjoy.